Wait, I forgot to turn on my PNG tuber. Hold up. When you set up literally everything. Literally everything. And then you forget the most important thing, which is my little guy. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna actually set my sensitivity up a little bit. Okay. Be what you want me to be. Alrighty, how are we sounding, guys? I know it is not perfect yet. I can give you a bit of an example of what I have already done. Oh, wrong one. Okay, what I've already done for our mic settings so far. So, okay, so I was setting stuff up and then I was noticing I was kind of like peaking and stuff a little bit. I think I might actually, because like now I'm talking a little bit more naturally, I might just play with the gain on my interface. Because so what I was noticing is like, so when I first like plugged it in, it wouldn't register the microphone until I had like turned the knob on my interface all the way up. I mean, I guess I can show you guys because I've got the hand cam. So this is our little interface. So it essentially connects the XLR to the computer. And then, yeah, so this little knob is our gain kind of thing here. So I was like playing around with that and everything. And then once I got that working, minus the fact that at one point it stopped working and I was really worried that like everything was messed up, but thankfully it wasn't. I then went into my settings. I mean, so without my last microphone, I definitely had a lot of settings to try and make it sound as best as possible because it was not a good mic. But so yeah, on the dial, I felt like, so as I was testing it, I had it turned up to the point at which it was the right level that I wanted on the interface. And that required me to turn it almost up to 10. And it was kind of like fiddling in between like 10 and 9, like, and almost like as soon as I got closer to 10, it would like just suddenly peak. And then I did like a bunch of settings and things, and then I was testing it and noticing like just how like it was still like really echoey, and especially when I was loud, it was sounding kind of bad. And so I started to turn it down a little bit, and I've turned up the gain on my computer, which I know is not ideal, but I feel like this is an issue probably with my interface. So I think hopefully at some point, if I can upgrade my interface to something a little bit like better quality, because the mic and everything's fine. Like it's an NT1 microphone. It shouldn't have any noticeable issues. So, but like obviously settings and stuff can vary. Let me just see if I can. I'll just turn it down a little bit on the interface still. Okay, maybe just a little bit because it's going into the red a lot. So that's loud for you guys and I don't want to be blasting out your ears. So maybe if I just turn it down a little bit more. So as I'm talking, it's like kind of hitting. The thing is just that like, it's hard to get the settings. I'm just struggling with the settings, you know? So maybe I'll just turn, oh no, wait, we definitely need the compressor on, but maybe I'll just, okay. So yeah, so we have the gain turned up on, I'll just turn it down a little bit actually. Okay, maybe that might help a little bit. Okay, that might help actually. But just let me know if we're like getting a little bit too loud, uncomfortably loud. I will try my hardest to talk at a decent volume and not like blow out you guys' eardrums, but obviously I am a noisy bitch, so. But yeah, so we have a noise suppressor on. we have a limiter. So if there are any super loud noises, that should hopefully cancel out. I might just turn it down a little bit actually. Just so it's just really not gonna peak. And then the main thing that I was doing was using the equalizer because I was just noticing it was like super echoey. So this is currently the equalizer on. And this is what it sounds like when the equalizer is off. So definitely like the equalizer settings are doing a lot of heavy lifting for the sound quality and everything. Okay, I might just make my compressor a little heavier because yeah, we're going to the red a little more than I would like to. I think that's a lot better actually. I turn it down to minus 17 decibels and that's not going into the red anymore. So that seems to be better. Oh, oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway, so mic stuff, fun, new fun stuff. And I realized I haven't updated my picture for our doll that we're working on at the moment. My name to you. But yeah, I was testing it. I was doing a little bit of singing. Yeah, again, not perfect, but it's better than, you know, what we had. Definitely a lot better than what we had, I hope. So if 6 comes in, hopefully he will be impressed with not having an Xbox microphone. Thanks, 6, for getting me to deal with this shit sooner rather than later, you know? Okay, anyway. I am definitely like louder than normal, I think, as well, though. That's the only thing. I think maybe... I'll probably be fiddling with it as we do stuff today. I'll just turn down the gain again. Okay, that might, I might go down a little bit more. Okay, maybe 15 decibels. I think that might be a little bit better, actually. That might be a little bit better, actually. Okay. Because they've got an expander, which also works as a noise gate. So it should be blocking out any sound that's like too quiet. Hold up, let me just double check that everything sounds okay. Check 1, 2. Okay, that's a lot better. I can't listen to myself talk. It's so weird. I can't listen to myself talk and talk naturally. It is so hard. Oh my goodness. So I hope you're all ready for... Actually, today's going to be a fairly short stream. I don't think I'll be doing a long one today. Honestly, I was starting to feel like so overwhelmed by all the mic stuff that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this at all today. I don't know if I want to be here. Hold up. That's too much. Okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad. As long as it's not like cutting out at any point. Let me know if it's like cutting out, if it's too low, or if it's like cutting out and peaking, if it's too high. But for the most part, I think we are good to start. Man, this camera is not showing these colors. Oh, it does when I put them closer, actually. Actually, it doesn't do the reds justice. Oh, actually, maybe. Way down. Okay, I might, hold up. I'll also lower my mic sensitivity as well, actually. Fireworks. Jesus Christ, it hurts. Don't it faze you how people change? Oh, someone sing you way down. I'm not like the rest of them. Scared of anyone. Will make me anxious, man, and you're just one of them. Okay. Okay. So, I have already picked our colors for this. Actually, wait. People change. Are you okay with that all? The rest of them and scared of everyone. People make me anxious, man, and you're just one of them. Oh, people change. Sure, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, because I've already done one of these patterns before, I feel like this one will probably be a little easier. We already know some aspects of the pattern designer. Actually, what I noticed, okay, so this time I actually gave the pattern a bit of a read through before I started. And it does actually say on the hair page, like about the right side, wrong side kind of stuff, which it didn't in the last pattern. Like it says wrong side. Virtually the translation isn't great, but like wrong side will be exposed and the right side will be stuck to the head. I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh, I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh, I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh. But I don't know, like I feel like in comparison to the skin tone they have in their picture, I feel like this is a little dark. And so I was like, I'm not sure if I want to do like this color or like almond, which is this. Which I mean, top of the world because of you. I've never used it for, well, literally anything, I don't think, because it hasn't been open. So I don't know. I don't know if it would make a good skin tone. It's a little more pinky in person, but like it is quite light. And I was thinking for the hair, instead of doing straight up white, doing this kind of baby pink. But I feel like the baby pink with the almond wouldn't work. So I guess our options are, and I like the pattern calls for a gray, but the gray that I have, this is the gray that I have. It's like, I mean, it's gray, whereas the color that like she uses for the gray is a little bit more purple. So I was like, maybe I'll do it in red and purple. Thank you for showing those colors so well. Again, this is not showing as purple as it is IRL, but that is pretty close. You know, you're getting the vibe difference. So it's like this would almost be like a little too light, I feel. And I feel like the color would just like kind of pop with the purple. So I was like tossing up doing the purple or the gray, and I was pretty much decided I kind of want to do the purple. And then I do love this red. It's ruby. I have like red, and then this is ruby red. So hold up. Let me grab red. You can hardly tell the difference on screen. But this one's slightly darker and more like cool toned, and this is like a warmer toned red. So I feel like this will suit really well because it's kind of got like those like slightly pinky purpley undertones. And I also just feel like, yeah, like these colors together go better. I mean, those might be all right, but like, yes. So yeah, okay. So I'm definitely decided on these colors. And if I were to do this as a skin tone and white hair, or we do this as a skin tone and slightly pinky hair, which I don't. Like this will be this will be closer to what the original is. I think I like this as hair color. Our two together to remember. You know, never. Forever. Tattoos together. What's in here? Oh. I'm getting distracted. Tattoos together. Okay, the other thing about like streaming and testing the microphone and not just like testing it, you know, organic, like, you know, in like a setting is also that tattoos together. Remember too soon, fuck it, whatever. Send letters forever. Tattoos together. Oh, I don't know. I can't. I love you. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn my fan off for a second because I'm like kind of cold. Ooh, chilly. Fuck. Rebel of all the rats and all the mice. Now it's too hot. Of course it is. Oh, actually, no, I'm kind of shivers. Ah! I think it's fine if like the volume's like not like super loud all the time though. Like I do have the expander to make like quiet noises slightly louder, but like not all quiet noises have to be like super loud. I don't know. Someone help me decide which skin color to use, guys. How pasty do we want her to be? That's a real question. The kingdom. I do feel like these colors look better with this almond than with the, because these are cool. And this isn't, well, I guess pink is cool. I mean, we don't have to do her hair as white. That's the other thing. We have so many colors that we could use. Rattle up all the rats and all the mice. The kingdom. Ah! I don't know. I think I'm gonna use the almond. She's gonna be pasty, but I think she'll be pretty. I mean, I guess we try it. If it's terrible, then, you know, maybe I'll change it. Playboy, Bridget Bordeaux. Oh. Waiting for you, mini skirts and the go-go boot. Okay, but that does mean we do have to wind some yarn, which... Sit down, it's new. I just wanna get to know ya. Guess I didn't quite think it through. Fell in love with the thought of you. Now I'm choked up, face down, burnt out. Baby, why don't you come over? Red wine supernova, falling into me. I don't care that you're a stoner. Red wine supernova, falling into me. I like what you like. Long hair, it's my type. You just told me Want me to fuck you, baby, I will, 'cause I really want to get to know ya. Think it through, now, girl. Love with the thought of you. Now I'm choked up, face down, burnt out. Baby, why don't you come over? Red wine supernova falling into me. I don't care that you're a stoner. Red wine supernova falling into me. Back in my house, I got a California king. Okay, maybe it's a twin bed and some roommates. Don't worry, I'm cool. I got a wand and a rabbit. So baby, let's get freaky, get kinky. Let's make this bed get squeaky. Why don't you come over? Red wine supernova falling into me. I don't care that you're a stoner. Red wine supernova falling into me. I like. Oh, this is one of the Gracie Abrams songs from Triple J's Hottest 100. She must be an Australian artist because she was extremely popular. She had a lot of songs on the countdown. I think she released an album this year, so that makes sense. She's got a good song. She's got a good voice, so. Okay. That's my life. That's your price. Ooh. Whoops. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we want to have 66 grams left over. Okay. Oh, somehow knocked my camera this way. Okay. Okay, am I still scented though? Lover of mine. All of me. Okay, so all of me. Guess. Guess. I don't know. I like having my yarn colors out. Think of it right. Already made that mistake, lover of mine. Oh, wow, thunder. Don't know if you guys can hear that. It was picking up like birds outside, so I don't know if you guys can hear thunder and stuff. Okay, let's actually fucking do something. I haven't done anything. Okay, I'm having a moment. I'm overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm overwhelmed. Let's get some craft. Who can be overwhelmed when they have crochet to do? Probably lots of people, but not me. I feel like crochet is one of those things that helps me regulate. Also, my what do you call it? Like the pop filter? Is that what it's called? It's kind of blocking my view of my crochet. Wait, I should use one of my fingery thingies. Already made that mistake, lover of mine. I could just like move it up a little bit. It does say it's supposed to be like parallel with the microphone, but like I'm also not like talking directly into the microphone, especially when like I'm looking down. So I feel like it should be fine if it's like slightly off angle, because otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. Otherwise, I cannot see my crochet. This is just a lo-fi song I liked one time that I'm gonna unlike because I have a different account for my lo-fi. Ooh. Okay. I also did some blocking on our mermaid unicorn doll. She is pretty much finished. I got some fabric glue from Kmart and I literally hate it. It's pretty much just, you know, craft glue. It doesn't really dry clear or anything like that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not what I wanted. So I don't know. I feel like I might just give it to my niece without like the ends and stuff sealed, but like I feel like hold on, let me come on. Want you to know, baby, I love you like I love some baby. I love you like I love some baby. I should use a stitch marker, but I love you like I love some baby. My bag of scrap yarn is in the other room. I'll go grab it. I'll be right back. I don't know where I put my bunch of scrap yarn. Oh. It was in my basket. It was literally right next to me. Ow! Oh, I hurt my toe. Ow. Everything sucks today. Hi, Emerald Marine. It sucks a little less with some groovy head bopping. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm just like a little overwhelmed because I spent, you know, a good 2 hours doing mic stuff and none of it turning out the way that as perfect as I wanted it, you know? But we definitely sound a lot better, I would hope. Extra Emily, that's her name. I was gonna say Emarichu, but no, it's Extra Emily that is in the GIF, the head boppy GIF. I think she like planted herself. I think that's where the GIF is from. She did like a stream where she like turned herself into a pot plant or something, and so she like buried herself in soil. I'd say you sound better. Thank you. I cry. It's definitely not like perfect, but I'm also like not super experienced with stuff and I do get overwhelmed pretty quickly, but I can show you. So this is how different my equalizer settings are. So currently my equalizer's turned on. This is without my equalizer. So like I feel like it makes a huge difference. Cause like the mic is like so echoey without it. And I think the equalizer kind of like flattens it out. So it's not so like, but if it's particularly, you know, like if it's dropping out or it's like peaking, let me know. Yeah, I know, right? Like, which I mean, it's still better. Like even without the equalizer on, it's still better than my previous microphone, but cry, go fuck somebody else so I can sleep at night. When someone else's life. So go ahead and, but most of the settings I'm kind of struggling with is just like trying to make sure it's like not like too loud and it's not too quiet. And, you know, like obviously I'm not talking at the exact same volume all the time. Like I make lots of weird noises and things, and I'm just a noisy person. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder outside though. That would be kind of cool. I do have like somewhat of a noise gate on, but if I turn it up too high, then it cuts off my voice, which we don't want. You want to at like just the level that like it doesn't cut off your voice. But like I don't know that much about audio. I've just tried to watch a bunch of videos and then none of them really help me with exactly what I want to do, and a bunch of them are like, oh, you should get Go XLR, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Go XLR is like paid, so I don't want to pay for. I did that thing where you step on a pothole or step on a slope and your ankle, and you nearly lose your balance. I hate that. Like when you roll your ankle. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hope you're okay. I hope you didn't actually twist your ankle. Smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, there's shadows. Roll your ankle, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I know. That's like the worst feeling. When I used to do sex work, in one of the places, in the place that I worked, they made you wear these ridiculously tall heels that it was so easy to roll your ankles on. And the floors like had carpet and stuff on them. Like it was so dangerous. So yes, I know the fear. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I really didn't want to work there anymore, because like the guy who owned it was kind of like a dick, to be honest. He was like, I have these like super high standards. I was like, well, fuck that. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, there's shadows watching in the night. You don't blame me? Yeah. I mean, I don't think a lot of people can kind of work in that kind of industry. And I struggled, like, compared to some of the other girls who work there. Some of them had, like, a little bit of experience. I kind of think sex work sucks in general. I mean, I think it's a valid work. I just think, like, you have to have a certain mindset for it to be able to do it well, and like part of that is just being the sort of person who can like say no and like hold your boundaries, and I just wasn't very good at that. But like some of the girls who I worked with who also worked as strippers as well, they were so good at hustling. It was like impressive, not gonna lie. If someone worked there by choice, I wouldn't judge. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like there's a lot of negative things in the industry. I think it's still a valid industry. You know, like obviously there's still like sex trafficking and things that happen. You know, I even had like some uncomfortable situations was put in, you know, just and not able to kind of really communicate like that I was uncomfortable. Like I had one client, I guess, who like, it was like one of the, like I'd been there for a couple of weeks and this guy was like trying to like cover my mouth and my face. And I was like trying to get him to stop. And then I like when I did leave, like after the, you know, the period of time was over, because I was kind of like, you know, just like, stop that, you know. And I think he just kind of, anyway, it was just like really, anyway, that was kind of like my worst experience. I did have one guy who stealthed me, who tried to take the condom off while we were going, and it got like caught up there. Like it was so, he had to like get his fingers. It was like right up near my cervix. Because he was a dickhead who, you know, I don't think I realized at the time, but now I know what it is. Like I know that he was stealthing. Because he was very like, oh, I don't want to wear one. And I was like, well, you have to. And yeah, he was obviously trying to do that, which now we know is assault. I think there's a lot of things that young people who, you know, like especially people who are socialized as women, I do identify as non-binary now. And I feel like that was a pivotal point for me discovering my gender identity as well. So like, I don't have any regrets that like I was able to learn from that. It's called the world's oldest profession for a reason. True. It is assault. Yeah, exactly. And I guess we don't talk about it enough. I think a lot of women don't realize like, oh, that wasn't okay, what that person did to me. And it's not until afterwards that you're like, oh shit, okay, no wonder I'm so messed up. Because I feel like I'm very much the sort of person who'd be like, oh, I've never been sexually assaulted. You know, like I've never been in a situation where it's very obvious that I'm doing something that I don't want to do, you know, like where consent wasn't 100% there. But I think sometimes, you know, like you kind of think of it in like the stereotypical way. Like everyone thinks of that as sexual assault, and it's like, you know, just like flat out rape. Like, you know, like, yes, everyone knows that that's sexual assault, even, you know, including the person who does it. But like, I think learning about how like that's just like a really small picture of what assault can look like. Also, trigger warning, I guess, for anyone who, you know, for SA and things like that. But, you know, everyone take care of yourselves in general. Yeah, I guess just those little things where like you're pushed into something that you're uncomfortable with, or someone does something without your consent. But I think as a person who's grown up as a people pleaser, and especially in the sense of like people pleasing men, especially, you just don't realize in those moments. I don't think I'll ever understand why guys are obsessed with that crap. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just awful people. I think men are not taught. I think there's a lot of situations in well-meaning people who kind of push boundaries, not realizing that, like, you know, like if someone says no and a guy's like, oh, but like that is automatically, you know, like that's not okay. Like if someone says no, they are not comfortable, stop, you know? And I think a lot of men don't automatically stop. They're just thinking about themselves. So they aren't taught that taking off a rubber and getting a lady of the night preggers is not okay. Well, so, I mean, I'm on, most of us, and I would think most of us are on contraception, like, you know, hormonal contraception or otherwise. It's more for STD safety than anything, is why, you know, we have to use condoms and dental dams. And you always do like a health check before you see someone. But like, all of it just made me so uncomfortable. I think you just have to really like be able to stand your ground and hustle, really. you know, like, because you're getting picked by men as well. And like, I've heard of health checks before sessions. Yes. It's literally just looking at a guy's junk for the most part. Like, drop your pants. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at that penis. Yeah, and like one time I saw a guy who it kind of looked like he did have something. And so I didn't want to offend him, but like ended up like, you know, asking for a second opinion. And then he just like got so offended, he like didn't want to see me anymore. And I was like, well, you had like this weird like thing down there and I don't think that's supposed to be there. He's like, oh, I had it checked by a doctor and it's fine. And I'm like, you have a spot on your junk. You have a little something on your junk. I don't know if you want to get that checked. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I just think like, and I guess there's a reason why the guys who kind of come in for those kind of services are more likely to be dicks because, you know, women probably don't want to have sex with them for free because they're probably assholes. I mean, there's definitely a lot of people who it's like a time thing. Like they obviously work and like they're super busy. Like there were a lot of nice people as well. Like, you know, that's the thing is like I had, you know, a lot of really fun experiences too, or just people who were like just super normal and were just like, oh yeah, you know, like I'll just pay for an hour and like do my thing and then we have a shower and then we finish, you know. But then yeah, you just like have to deal with the weirdos who, yeah, don't respect boundaries. But yeah, after that like really intense time with the guy who was like covering my face and stuff, like after I kind of left the session, the guy wanted like, you know, a second go round essentially. And I was like, I'm done. Like, I want to be out of here. And I kind of relayed the story to some of the girls and the receptionist. And they were like, you should have like run out. And it was just the fact that like I didn't notice in the moment that like, oh, this is weird. Like I wasn't registering that, you know, this behavior was like, oh, okay, you need to get out. Like this guy doesn't even deserve to get his money back kind of thing. But you have this barrier. I was at a fan expo and a cosplayer actually got into a discussion with a voice actor, and the voice actor learned that the cosplayer's actually a gigolo. Huh, interesting. I'm not surprised because I mean, if you're hot, the voice actor wasn't weirded out or anything. They were just curious and asked what working in the profession was like. Yeah, I mean, I think I have gained a lot of experience. But yeah, I think if you're any sort of on the people pleaser spectrum, it's not great because unless you can be like, you know, if I was in that moment, if I was back in the moment and I'm like, oh, I'm instantly uncomfortable, you know, the right reaction would be like, please don't do that. You're making me uncomfortable. And if that person gets offended, well, that's on them because you're just asserting your boundaries. Like, I judge neither the voice actor nor the cosplayer for having that conversation. I mean, it's great. I think it's good to have conversations like that. Like, I think we should normalize those sorts of things. And I mean, all the respect for like people who do like online stuff as well. Like, I think if I was ever to go back in the industry, I'd probably just keep it online. I'm definitely not like at a stage where I'd be interested in doing that at this point. But if people were like, oh, do you have an OnlyFans? You know, and enough people were kind of asking, I probably like would put some content up because like, why not? I'm not like weird about my body being online. Also, we have an ad break starting. If you would like to take a break, I will get some water. I will be right back. Make sure you take care of yourself and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Sometimes the delay between the alert for the ad starting and the ad actually starting is kind of delayed. I do kind of like this as like a skin tone though, that's for sure. I do. I think it's cute. Upon melancholy hill. Close to me. Okay. I will be right back. Okay, we should all be back now. How is everyone's ads? I feel like Jinx has done a... Oh no. Is that just the smell of the cat food? I had to feed the cats, so... And I'm like, can I smell poo, or is that just the smell of food? Am I going crazy? Hold up, let me just double check the litter box. think it was just the food. Oh, you don't know? You've got Twitch Turbo? How is it? Does it work fine? Like how it's supposed to? Because I thought about getting it. The only thing is like I use 2 different Twitch accounts. One obviously for streaming, my Steffairy account. And then I have my older account, which I use for like watching bigger streamers and stuff. It does. Because yeah, I feel like it feels like it'd be worth it. Also, I did notice like I was like looking at my revenue thing and it does like have a little section for Twitch Turbo. So you do earn from people who get Twitch Turbo. So that makes me feel a little bit better about like having it and then not subscribing to people, like, and just saving subscribing for people who, you know, I really want to like give that extra support. There are times I feel guilty with Twitch streamers seeing less money because of it. I mean, I feel like the streamer would probably still be getting the same amount of money that they would on the ads if you were watching ads. You're not wrong. They do get ad revenue. Yeah. So I think it's pretty equivalent to whatever they would get for ad revenue for your views. But like they're obviously not getting as much as if you were subbed. But even then, they're only getting like half of what, you know, the sub cost is. So like, I don't know. I'm chill with it. And I mean, to be honest, like Twitch streamers, at least bigger Twitch streamers, don't make the majority of their money off like the streaming time that they're doing. I mean, some do. But like if a streamer isn't also posting on YouTube or, you know, doing shorts and things, you're missing out on like a huge revenue stream by not doing that. But like you kind of have to be at a certain level to be making money at that point. But I did ask another streamer about it. Basically went, tell me the truth, Twitch streamer here, do you get more money from ads or subs? And they said subs. Yes, definitely you get the most from subs. But I think like that's just like not everyone. Like, because how much is Twitch Turbo? Hold up. Because subs just keep getting more and more expensive is another thing. Wait, it's only $9 a month? Hold up. I see your blue skies. Okay, it's deceiving me. I clicked on the thing and it's like not telling me how much it is. Turbo pricing by country? Just gonna shove this down. Okay. Oh no, it's like $16 a month. So it's about equivalent to like subs. So I feel like if you can't afford to support like well, I guess if you're the sort of person who watches a large number of streamers and you can't really afford to sub to all those streamers, but you do want to avoid ads, I feel like Turbo can be really good for that. But if you're just watching people individually, like you might as well just, if you're only watching at least 2 streamers consistently, you might as well just sub to them, if that makes sense. I was trying to find out myself, had to leave the stream briefly, and it wouldn't show me because I've already subbed. And yep, I do watch a number of streams. I'm just on turbo pricing by country. Hold up. So yeah, Canada, United States, and then Asia Pacific. Oh wow, super cheap in Argentina. Let's move to Argentina. How is it? Oh, it's peso. I was like, $115? That's crazy. What you gonna do? I'm afraid of you. I mean, okay, so we were talking about this yesterday. What ended up happening to, though I'd say it's more expensive in Canada, that's just because it's Canadian dollars. I would think. Like that would just be the exchange rate, right? Yeah, your dollar's better than ours though, that's for sure. But if I am looking at websites and the only like currency options are USD or Canadian dollars, I will often switch it to Canadian dollars because like it gives me a little bit more of an accurate idea of like how much something's going to cost. Because whenever I look at something in US dollars and I'm like, oh, that's so cheap. And then I'm like, I then, you know, like look at the exchange rate and I'm like, oh, wait, I want to die now. But I will say that it is a benefit to earning money on Twitch because earning money in USD and then exchanging that into Australian dollars is heaps good. Like you get way more money. So if you're American and you come to Australia, you'll have a lot more money than what you came over with. But everything's like obviously more expensive as well. Like it's all like proportional. But I mean, yeah, it's yeah. You wonder if the Vietnamese dong is even weaker? What? How much is the Vietnamese dong? Oh yeah, that's heaps. I'm not being raunchy. That's the name of their currency. No, I assume so. Oh wow, the Vietnamese dong is even weaker than the Korean won. Like this is 25,000 dong to $1 US. What's Korean won then? But I mean, hold up, is it South Korean won? There we go, South Korean won. They're only, the won is so weak at the moment. 1,400 to $1 at the moment. It used to be about like pretty equivalent to about like 1,000 won to $1. Though it is kind of funny to go to the currency exchange and say, I'm going to need about 170,000 dong. Do you go to Vietnam frequently? Is that why you're familiar with the dong? I mean, it's pretty similar in like, what about taka? Bangladeshi taka. Actually, I think it's stronger than, I think it's like 60 to $1. Hold up. There we go, taka. Oh no, 121 taka. So it's pretty, taka and yen must be pretty close then. Japanese yen. As soon as please. Oh no. Oh wow. Would you believe that the Japanese yen is actually weaker than Bangladeshi taka? No, actually, someone told me the dong's been fluctuating, so it might be a way to make a little extra money. Oh, yeah. Some people like invest in currencies to like earn money. But I mean, like, wait, how would that work? Yeah, the Japanese yen is extremely weak at the moment. It's 155 Japanese yen to a US dollar. What about yen to Australian? We must be pretty equivalent. Huh. So I guess maybe I should go to Japan sometime. Oh, you have a lot of dong? Well, make sure you hold on to those dongs. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with like investing and stock exchanges. I'm more just like interested for the sake of like travel and stuff. Like if a dollar is weak or strong, it's a better time to travel. But like if you're an American and you want to travel, you're pretty much Gucci wherever you go because you're going to have a lot more money. So, you know, maybe not the worst time to leave America if you're stuck there at the moment. Maybe just a little bit of, you know, maybe everyone will immigrate out of America and then they'll realize why immigration is important. I also found a wallet full of Vietnamese money once. I ended up just giving it to someone. It was about 50 cents Canadian's worth. I mean, that's the funny thing with like a lot of, you know, like foreign currencies that have like, you know, like high value, like low value, I guess. Low value per like individual thing. Because like you get these coins, so it's like, you know, I mean, Korea's the best example, but like 10 won, like you have a 10 won coin and that's the smallest coin and that's like 1 cent. And then you have like 10,000 won, which is $10 kind of thing. At least Korean won is easy because you just cut off 3 zeros and then like mentally it like makes sense. And yen is easy because you cut off 2 zeros. But I feel like won is better because like cutting off 3 zeros is easier, especially when you're in like, you know, that makes sense. They said they were going to Vietnam and I happened to have it on me, so I just went, here, take it. I have some old Korean and Japanese money. I don't think I came back with any taka. I think I got rid of all my taka when I came back from Bangladesh, but actually what happened when I came back from Bangladesh was my friend wanted me to deposit some of the money that she'd earned because she was working as a school teacher over there in her Australian account for her coming back to Australia. So she gave me like a ton of like Bangladeshi physical current like cash. And when I got back to Australia, found out pretty quickly that no exchange places would accept like Bangladeshi taka. And and my friend should have exchanged it before I left Australia so I could deposit it. And so I ended up having to like sell it manually to someone. Like I ended up meeting someone who was going to Bangladesh. It was almost like $2,000 in Australian dollars worth. So it wasn't like a small amount of money either. And I ended up finding some people who were traveling. I sold them some of it so I could exchange it. But I think she ended up just coming back and I ended up just giving her the cash back because I was like, I can't do anything with this. I'm so sorry. I would hope that that's changed because I feel like Australia's got way more Bangladeshi people living here than they did back in 2017. At least in Sydney. Like, surely there's got to be some places in Sydney that I could exchange it. But like, yeah, I looked everywhere and it's not possible. Time stands still. Okay, let's count our rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. We've got to do 3 more. Making sensation a little bit stronger. A little bit stronger. Making innocence slips away. Okay, we don't have to listen to Rush, guys. I do like some older rock bands, but I just shuffled my liked songs. But because I have so many liked songs, you do get like a bunch of ones that like you just don't like listening to anymore. Make it right. Funkin' a night. What's your name? About it. No, I shouted. I feel like Rush is a little bit too old for the millennial crowd, you know? I feel like they move a little into the Gen X, you know? What's your name? And I feel like the majority of people who watch me are millennials. Appreciate. As I knew I was yours and you mine. Yeah. I also turned up the bass on my mic a little bit because I like having a bit of a lower voice, not gonna lie. What's your name? Okay, that should be 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It was 20, right? Yes. No. Getting funky tonight. What's your name? Let's go back to 1950, back in 1999. Appreciate. Knew I was yours and you knew you were mine. Whose name? Let's go back to 1950, back in 1999. Appreciate. Before I knew I was yours and you mine. Yeah. Guess it would get a lot. As a bowl of noodle is 20,000 dong. I mean, money goes a lot further in Asian countries than they do. Well, like in. I feel like Japan and Korea is definitely a bit more expensive. Singapore is very expensive. But I think most other Asian countries, money goes a lot further. So like, yeah, you can really travel to like Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, Bangladesh, India on a pretty good budget. I think Malaysia's still also pretty cheap. Indonesia's pretty cheap. China's not too bad, but it's kind of at that point where it is like getting closer to like Korea and Japan. But even then, like food and stuff is cheaper in Korea and Japan than it is over here. Like food, eating out in Australia is so expensive. It's ridiculous. But it's not that expensive in America either. So maybe, I don't know. Nod. I think gold is cheap in India. I know. I think a lot of people buy gold like as like a, you know, investment as well. Like that's a pretty popular thing to do. I was Michi Mochibi, who is one of the Bishoujo talent. She is from, wait, is she Malaysian? Hold up. Or is she Indonesian? Okay. Indonesian. So she's Indonesian, and she was sharing, I was watching a clip of her sharing a story about how recently, because she made a lot of money when she debuted, and she often talks about how, like, you know, like she's did really well off that, and like now she's earning a consistent income, but like, you know, she's not making nearly as much as what she did when she debuted. Which is kind of nice. I like that she shares that kind of stuff. But she was talking about how, like, as a present, she bought her dad like gold bars. And because like she felt like, you know, this is something like culturally for them that's like such a good thing to invest in. And it's like, you know, I guess like money is also like, she talks a lot about how like culturally money is a very like talked about thing, and also like almost like, I don't know, like she kind of talks about her family and stuff, and like people, like, you know, the different reactions and stuff to the way that like how well she's doing financially. But yeah, apparently she bought her dad gold, and then her dad told her extended family about it. And so she had to like explain to them, you know, more about like what she was doing for work. And apparently she tells them like she's a social media manager. And so people are asking her like, oh, I could be a social media manager. Like, is that hard to do? Like, I could be a social, and she's like, can't tell them that she's a VTuber. I see a lot of East Indians here. It's far from uncommon to see them wearing bedazzling saris or anakali and gold bangles. I mean, yeah, I mean, gold is, but like, I mean, like gold looks really good on South Asian skin, in my opinion. Like that, their particular tone, like level of skin. So I feel like that's another thing as well. Like, and bright colors. Like I find, like people in Bangladesh, and I feel like in Africa too, like I feel like people wear like really bold colors, whereas I find like, say Korea, everyone wears like muted like earth tones. Like it's all just like bland clothing and nobody wears anything bright. So I feel like that's like a cultural thing too, or like, you know, like a style kind of thing, and like what's popular. Because I think also like, you know, if you think of India, there's a lot of like, you know, media and stuff, and like it's all like colorful and like kind of loud and things like that. And I mentioned it to them that they have very bright colors, whereas ours, well, mine anyway, tend to be bland. Yeah, I mean, like I've tried to be less shy about colors since then. And I think, I mean, I guess the thing with white people is like, you know, like the whole like color seasons thing. And it's like, oh, these colors will look good on you and these ones won't look good on you and stuff. I feel like it's all just a bunch of bullshit. But also I feel like, you know, there are going to be color tones that you will look better in than others. And I feel like, yeah, like it's just a matter of finding what colors work for you. And I just feel like other cultures as a whole are just good at knowing what color works really well for their specific skin tone. Whereas I guess like white people are just so... I want to say inbred. People just kind of told me you sure like to wear black. I mean, yeah, like that's such a common thing for us. Have you thought of wearing color? Are you a goth? I mean, black is just so much easier to coordinate, you know? But I think I have found, because I'm a redhead, And I always grew up being like, I don't know what my colors are. Like, I don't know. I always got told like, oh, you can't wear pink because you're a redhead. Or like, you can't wear red because you can't wear orange because you're a redhead. You can't wear yellow. Like, and that's not true. It's just the tone of colors. Like knowing the difference between a cool tone color and a dark tone color makes a huge difference. I mean, even just like as we were choosing colors earlier this stream, the difference between like this color match, because these are all quite cool toned. Whereas the color that I was tossing up, this is my other kind of medium, like light skin tone, but it's like, it's warm, you know? So when it goes next to these colors, it just like kind of washes out a little bit. I don't know. And so I was like not able to decide which color to use. Whereas like this color and like other warm tone colors look amazing together. I'll see if I can find some. Like even just like this is a warm red. This is a warm red. This is a cool red. Like, and yes, they don't show super well on screen, but like these together look so much better than these, you know? So it's like, it's just little things like that. And I think just white people aren't good at knowing those things. And so that's why we're like, oh, you can't wear this color. You can't do that. And like, we're just afraid of bright colors because we just don't know what we're doing. Same with like makeup and stuff as well. You wear black because it's the least distracting. Like a stagehand. I mean, yeah, I mean, it can be a lot less distracting. I'm sure some people probably find it stark though. Like if you're the only person wearing black, it probably stands out more, but yeah. But also like, you know, black is an aesthetic as well. And some people pull it off really well. I think it's also just like what you like. And I think putting together like an outfit together and matching colors together is more important than, you know, just like picking nice colors, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously it stood up, you wearing black stood out enough to that lady because she definitely mentioned it. So, but if I come out when visitors are at the church, I haven't had to come out during a service. I want the visitors to focus on the building, not on me. Yeah. I mean, like you don't want to be there and like yeah, I guess if you were wearing like super bright colors, honestly, like I'm sure that lady, I don't know, maybe she just wouldn't have been happy no matter what you were wearing. I'm just going to switch over my headphones because I've been wearing my headset, like my proper headphones, all day or like all afternoon. And if I wear headphones for too long, they like give me a headache. So I'm going to switch over to my earbuds. Oh, she wasn't unhappy. It was just something she noticed. Oh, okay. So she was not like, oh my God, I can't believe you're wearing black in a church. Are you a demon? Luckily, I've never actually met, and I met a lot of Christians, but luckily I've never met a Christian quite like that before. And I can kind of understand it's kind of hard to deny that black is kind of associated with the funeral. You neither? That's good. It feels like they're everywhere when you like hear about Republicans on the news. And it's like, oh God, those kind of crazy Christians do exist. But luckily my family are fairly normal. They're still pretty fundamentalist. So, you know, I wouldn't like debate with them on abortion or anything like that. But I think for the most part, if I were to get married to a woman, they kind of will probably still come to the wedding, which is, you know, better than kicking me out of the house because, you know, I'm queer and non-binary. I heard that Trump was holding a Bible upside down. Yeah. Can't even swear on the Bible properly, you know? But that's just because Trump's a fucking idiot. And he's old too, you know. He's an old idiot. Can always come to our church. We've had same-sex weddings. Well, I mean, I'm not really interested in getting back into Christianity. I think if I were to get married, it'd probably be like somewhere nice and nature orientated. I think the thing with me and Christianity is like, I just, I don't know. I guess I like Jesus. He's all right. I don't really like God. And I know they're technically the same person from the Bible, but I think I can respect Jesus as a historical figure, but not necessarily, yeah. I think like I was never really able to get past apologetics. Where essentially in the end, you just have to be like, okay, well, you know, like how can a good God allow people to die and like, you know, not be able to go to heaven? Like, do people with disabilities who can't comprehend things, you know, are they not going to heaven because they're inherently sinful kind of thing? And a lot of those, like when it comes to apologetics, a lot of those things come down to, well, you just have to trust that we know that God is a good God. And it's like, what about all these things that happened in the Bible? Like, so yeah, I think I see it as like, I like learning about it within like a historical context, if that kind of makes sense. But I think as a religion, it's not really my thing. Also, when do human beings get the facts straight? I mean, yeah, that's true too. I mean, yeah, it's definitely probably like influenced by humans too. I think that's a big thing. Is like, yeah, I think records are heavily influenced by human, like humans writing it down and then humans reinterpreting those and through like translation and stuff. And I think, yeah, I guess like coming from a fundamentalist Christian background, I definitely couldn't go back to thinking the Bible is totally infallible, if that kind of makes sense. I mean, they act like they know what God wants, but they don't. They really don't. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, it's interesting. But I totally respect like people do find peace and solace within Christianity. So like, you know, like I still have friends. I have one friend who still goes to the church I used to go to, which was very fundamentalist and like had some teachings that were like pretty, like one of the things that they taught us was like God loves himself more than he loves us because like he ultimately, you know, died to glorify himself, you know? And like, you know, I guess you could interpret it like that, but like, does it, you know, some of the times it's just like, why do we need to know this? Like, you're just like guilting us. That was also the church that did a 3-part sermon telling us to give money to them so that they could get a building. And everyone like pledged tons of money. And then like they sent me an email a couple of years later being like, oh, you promised to donate this much. And I wasn't a Christian anymore. And I was like, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm so sorry. Bye. But then again, but the hard part is like, I feel like that church is like very not good, but it's also connected to the church that my parents go to, even though I feel like the church that my parents go to is a lot more chill. But then again, I'm not one to talk because I've been like, oh, I don't think God hates gays. Yeah. So, I mean, my church asks for money too, but they don't push too much. It's like, it's hard to deny running things take money. I mean, there's, hey, you know, maybe you want to, you know, help us, you know, in a certain amount, but like the mindset of the church that I used to go to was like, give at least 10% and then more until like it hurts, until like you feel the money coming out of your pocket, essentially. So like it was essentially saying, and to uni students too, like, so people who weren't like making an income or anything. And it was just like kind of not a great mindset, to be honest. Like, oh yeah, just, you know, make yourself as poor as possible. But yeah, like that was another big thing that like led me away, was just like, you know, like Christian, like there's plenty of churches and plenty of Christians out there who are totally cool with homosexuality and gay marriage and stuff like that. Like who people who can interpret the Bible in a way that makes sense, or actually be able to see passages within a cultural context and understand that it's not talking about homosexuality as we know it today, but homosexuality in the toxic way it was, you know, in the ancient world and like Roman times. Like Roman men would take slave boys as like little, you know, little sex objects, and like kind of, you know, and like of course that's not okay. But you know, then we interpret that as being, oh, well, all gay stuff is bad, you know? And in the Old Testament, when it talks about, you know, like homosexuality, it's talking about in the context of incest. And so it's like the Bible doesn't actually talk about homosexuality, you know, like in the way that we understand it today, you know? So I'm going to head to bed. It's 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, sorry. This is a not really great for a late night conversation. Hi, Sneaky. How you going? Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. We're just starting on our new pattern and talking about religion. Go ahead. Do, 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 do. Have a good night, Emerald. Thanks for popping in. People have been twisting words for a long time. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just that, yeah, it's just, yeah. And I think the hard part is like the Christians that I know, and I'm Episcopal. I don't know what that is, / Anglican. I know what Anglican is. Night, night. Yeah, and I think it's like the Christians that I know would say the Christians that interpret the Bible in a way that is accepting of homosexuality would say that those people aren't Christians. And that's what I think I dislike the most with the Christianity that I kind of grew up in. It's just very much just like us and not them. I don't know. So yeah, that was kind of the start of my deconstruction of religion. Former Catholic? Ooh, interesting. I do find Catholicism interesting because, again, like the Christians that I know would be like, Catholics aren't Christians. Or like, not all Catholics are Christians, they would say. Because they think that like people worship the Virgin Mary, essentially, instead of God. And it's like, that's not really how it works, but okay. It's all semantics. I don't really get on religion anymore. I do agree with treating people with basic decency. Yeah, I mean, like, you know how like there was a bishop, I think an Anglican or Baptist, Anglican bishop, I think, in the US, who did the sermon to Trump and like kind of called him out in the sermon in the most gentle way possible. And I think like, you know, like, reaction, like people saying like, oh, how dare she? And it's like, if Jesus were here right now, he'd be like, you fucking hypocrites. Like, you know, like Jesus' main message was to just, you know, treat people with basic decency. He seemed pretty chill, to be totally honest. So, you know, I can get behind a little Jesus worship. Also, the music is so good. Bruh. Church music. Not like, well, hymns are all right. Hymns are pretty fun. But some of the, you know, the more modern songs, man, they go hard. But I do identify as pagan now at this point in my life. Just like, you know, a little bit of everything, you know? If Jesus was around in 2025, he'd be like, you fin did what in my name? You fucking? Is that supposed to be an abbreviation of fucking? You fucking did what in my name? Like, you know the story of Jesus going into the temple and getting so angry he like turns over tables and stuff. And like, yeah, I feel like I see Jesus being like really into like protesting and stuff and being like, fuck you. And I know people are like, oh my goodness, I can't believe Jesus got angry and he like, he did violence. And it's like, well, I mean, they were defiling the temple. I mean, the whole point was like, you know, that's kind of the point, you know? Also, why is my playlist literally just oldies? Pleased to meet you. Don't you guess my name? Oh, what's troubling you is the nature of my game. Ooh, 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 ooh. As an oldie, I'm not complaining. Yeah, we just had Jimi Hendrix and now the Rolling Stones. We had Rush earlier, although I skipped that song. Although, like, we were a good 3 minutes into it, but it's because it's a long song. Pleased to meet you. Don't you guess my name? Oh, what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just myself, man, wealth and taste. Mm-hmm. You had a good old grin a few years back watching an animated movie only to have the opening song be The Who, My Generation. Talking about my generation. My favorite Who song is it Who Are You? Who the fuck are you? You know? It's one of their older songs. My dad's favorite song is Behind Blue Eyes. Because it goes hard in the second half. Like the drop is so good. But yeah, I do love some of the Who. That specific album, the one with Barbara O'Reilly and Behind Blue Eyes, is one of their best albums. It just like, it really showcases how like technical they get with a lot of their music and stuff. And they were kind of one of the first bands to do it as well, like using a lot of like synth and stuff. Like artificial sound, I guess is the best way to describe it. Tommy was a decent album too. Oh, yeah. Tommy was... Oh, I feel like I haven't listened to as much Tommy. But that's also got Pinball Wizard and stuff on it, right? Have some good to see, have some music and some taste. And Pete with his 3-minute guitar solos. Pete Townsend is goated, that is for sure. He is a bi icon. Yeah, that album. You guess my name. But I feel like a lot of older, like, you know, late 60s, early 70s artists, a lot of their middle albums are definitely where they peak and then they usually fall off. Like, same with Led Zeppelin. I think it was like 4 or 5 was definitely one of their best. And then, like, once they get into the later albums, it's a bit like, you know, their first couple of albums, they're like, oh, yeah. And then, like, they get really good. And then, like, they kind of, like, still good, but, like, they drop off a little bit, you know? But I feel like all musicians peak at some point. But mine and my dad's favorite band collectively is Yes. They are a British progressive rock band, and by far the best, like one of my favorite artists. No Disgrace, the live version on their 1974 live album. Oh my god, just like 15-minute album, 15-minute song. And it just, like, the whole thing is amazing. Like, just like the peaks and like all the little intricacies of all the instruments, and like I love the bass. I can't remember, it's Chris something who is the bassist of Yes, but he is one of my favorite bassists of all time. But sadly, most of the band members in Yes are dead. I mean, a lot of band members in a lot of these bands we're talking about are dead. I spent too much time over the years blasting some garbage. The band, Not Bad Music, back in the 90s. I haven't heard of that. Is it some garbage, or is it just garbage? I feel like, yeah, so it's been interesting because my dad was really into music in the 70s, and then he kind of dropped off during the 80s and kind of got like a little bit back into it in the 90s. But it hasn't been until recently that he kind of made a friend at church who's also really into older music, who's been introducing him to like newer artists and things that he really likes. So like my dad got introduced to like Rush, and he's been listening to a lot of Porcupine Tree. I feel like there were some other people, but like, yeah, just people he hadn't really like listened to because like they kind of came during the late 70s, 80s when like at the time my dad had just become a Christian and he thought all music was of the devil. He thought all music and TV was of Satan. So he just like boycotted it for like during the entirety of the 80s. And then he met my mom in the early 90s and she softened him up a little bit. I think my dad has been realizing, like when we talk about this kind of stuff, I think we realize how autistic my dad actually is. And he's like, oh yeah, I am weird. I can't lie, my fingers remember Stairway to Heaven in a less than nice way. What do you mean, a less than nice way? Cause you were never mine. You were never mine. But one of the things my dad and I can't agree on is that I really like the John Butler Trio and my dad cannot stand them. Like he just doesn't like them. They don't move him emotionally. I play guitar that starts off on the 7th fret and keeps getting higher. Oh, I see. I didn't know you can play guitar though. That's pretty cool. I feel like that's like such a good skill to have, being able to play an instrument. Mm-hmm. Although I am interested in like getting better at singing to the point where like, you know, I can use my voice as an instrument, you know? I used to play the saxophone, but I feel like that's such a useless, well, it's not a useless, it's a pretty cool instrument, not gonna lie, but like anything that like you have to upkeep, like a lot of brass and like wind instruments, like the cork gets really old and they're just so expensive. Whereas I feel like a guitar, well, I mean, if you give other instruments good upkeep, they will last, but like, I don't know, they're just like not as easy to like play musically, I feel. Guitar, piano, violin was a little pain. Violin would be a little pain in the neck. And violin is so hard too. Like violin is not an easier instrument to play. It's like, it's so technical. Like trumpet too. I feel like trumpet, trombone. Whereas like clarinet and saxophone, which are the instruments, and flute as well, like you put, you hold down the keys and it plays the note. Whereas like violin, like trombone, it's all these like in between notes. You have to get the balance right. I mean, all instruments require skill and technique, but in terms of like my experience in stuff, like I just admire trumpet players and violin players and stuff, like people who have those sort of instruments, because I see a saxophone player and like that's amazing, but like if I kept on with the saxophone I could probably play that well, but like I watch a violin player and I'm like, there's no way I would ever be able to play that amazingly. In something more, yes, do I dare to believe in something more, yes, do I dare to believe in something more than what you're telling me. Here is life dressed up in fantasy. Alrighty. Yeah, I used to go hang out with a band called the Heavy Quartet, mostly brass with some guitar and keyboard. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I wish I played more jazz and less classical on the saxophone, because I think I would have been into it more. Also, we have an ad break coming up, so if you're not subscribed, you might like to take a break, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, get some food. Maybe you just want to stretch, run around. Maybe you want to take off all your clothes and run around the house naked for a little bit. Who knows? But just generally take care of yourself, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll run the ad break now because I do need to go to the bathroom. But let's just first finish this row, and I will count how many more we need to do, because I think we're pretty close to finishing this arm. Okay, wait. Tell me how you're sleeping. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Okay, we've got one more row to do. Sounds like a Richard Pryor pun. What does? Run around the house naked? Or the name of the band? Okay, I'll be right back. You can let me know in the meantime. Lunar eclipse, we arise, we arise. Okay, we'll be right back. Oh, okay. I want to grab my blanket. Also, can you guys still hear me, like when I'm talking and I'm not right in front of my microphone? Because I feel like that's the other good thing about, or should be, his pun, run around the house naked. After the third lap, I want you to jump off onto my face. Welcome back. Thanks. Tinkle. Thanks for the welcome back. Welcome back. We arise, we arise. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Courtesy costs nothing. True. Okay, one more row of this. And then we can move on to the next step of the pattern. Let me just sit forward a little bit. Make me listen, make me kiss you, make me touch you, not make me touch you, make me want you, not make me want you, could kiss you to touch you to want you, make me love you, make me love you. Alrighty. Alrighty, gotta cut this. Oh, make me kiss you, not make me kiss you, make me touch you, not make me touch you, make me want you, not make me want you, could kiss you to touch you to want you, make me, I feel like, make me love you. Make me love you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, how did I end up with 9 stitches? Hold up, I fucked up. Whoops. Because I was looking at it, I was like, the arm, like at the top of the arm, it looks like thicker. Not that that's an issue to have thick arms, but that's not supposed to be what it looks like. But I don't want her to touch me. See, to touch you, to want you, make me love you. Make me love you. Make me love you. Okay, somewhere I must have increased, I think. Actually, I think I see it. Hold up. You know how I feel. How I feel. Ah, I'm so annoyed now. I've lost my stitch marker, so I've got no clue where I'm up to. Like a firm grip is good. Choking the life out of me is less so. I don't know. One of my fantasy is to have my head crushed like a watermelon in between Hassan Piker's thighs. Or like anyone with thick thighs, really. In the sleep, you know how I feel. Running free, you know how I feel. How I feel. It's a new day, life for me. Feeling good. You know. Like, you're telling me there's no VTuber out there who you want your head crushed in between their thighs? I think many people would like that as the way to go. Personally, I'd want a waist level coffin extension when I drop dead. Huh? Waist level coffin extension. Why would you need a waist level coffin extension? For your penis? Cardiac arrest while I'm at it. You know how I feel. Know how I feel. She's just showing off how well she can sing, isn't she? Fucking Chloe. It's a new day. It's a new life. New day. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. No, 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 no. I haven't sung this song in ages. It's a no dawn. Feeling good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay. I don't remember him being... Who are we talking about there? I don't remember him being like that. Kids, go get some horseshoes. We'll have some fun. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new no. Okay, I gotta figure out where our end of the row is. So, hold up. Deep end. Night time. Some dead dude with things sticking up. Oh, I get it now. Yes, it is a coffin for your dick. Yes, because you'll have a boner when you die. You hope to have a boner when you die, and therefore you will need your coffin extension. Oh, and throwing horseshoes around his erect penis. Sorry, I'm so dumb. I can't believe it took me that long to realize that's what you were talking about. I was like, yes, penis. I would assume waist extension would be something to do with a penis. And then I'm like, horseshoes? What? Yeah, you're gonna play that game where you throw the horseshoes on the stick, and like instead it'll be his dick. Throw the horseshoes on the stick. Instead, it's his dick. That rhymes. Sounds like a little song. Okay, what's the next part of the pattern? So we're doing a foot. So we're using purple instead of the gray. Going overdrive. Excuse me. It says like white stuff on it. One of the best ways to get shit off your yarn is sticky tape. Down again. Oh, way up. All my titties to the front. I'm up. No one bringing me down. White stuff on it sounds like a friend in Finland after her puns. Why do they have white stuff on them? Is it cum? Is the white stuff cum? Am I on the right track? Is the white stuff cum? Titters. I freaking love that word. Titters. All my titters to the front. Okay, we're starting with a chain. Nobody bringing me down again. Mend again. Ah, I'm up. Down again. Ah, way up. I used to call her the itty bitty titty kitty. Short and stacked. Bringing me down. You ain't bringing me down again. Okay. Increase. I'm up. Nobody bringing me down. Nobody bringing me down again. Ah, we am up. Although itty bitty titty kitty does kind of sound like they've got itty bitty titties and not that they're itty bitty and have big titties. It should be itty bitty kitty with big titties. Itty bitty kitty with big titties. You're welcome. I fixed it for you. It was mostly how often she'd be like, I may be short, but I have big uns. Well, unfortunately, I'm just tall and I've got big boobs, so, you know, rip. I would much rather be, actually, short with big boobs is probably worse than tall with big boobs. Because I feel like at least, you know, my body kind of like can like handle, like I don't get a sore back or anything, but I know women who are shorter with big boobs tend to get like sore backs a lot more frequently. To quote the late old man, any more then that which fits in your mouth is just a bonus. I mean, I feel like the perfect size is at least big enough to like fit a hand. I don't know. Kind of hard to see because this yarn is so dark. So if I pull it close to my face, that's just me checking some of my stitches. Even Robin Williams advocated warming the booba up for the baby. What, you mean like sucking on the booba before a woman ever gets pregnant so that she's used to it when she does have babies? I feel like I think I'd be fine because, like, you know, I don't mind a little bit of, you know, rough play. And I feel like sometimes babies do bite down on boobs. During too. Some men are into that. That's for sure. Some men are really into that. They like the pregnant women. Like, he can't use both of them at the same time. I want some milks too. My sister calls it milks to her kids because she's had kids. She's just like, you want some milks? Just imagining having a partner who's like, can I have some milks? I need some milks for the, like right before bed. I want some warm milk right before bed. When you really need me, getting in trouble. Not to lunch. Last year she done me. Would drink too much. Get in trouble. Last year she done me. I would drink too much. Feeling low. Or trying to find in a pub. Has anyone seen him Milton? No, not those kind of mills for that purpose. This is why hentai goes so hard, like so crazy, because there are men like you who are into that. Lactating, pregnant women. Trouble. Last girl, she done me, 'cause I would drink too much. It didn't know, never know, getting in trouble. I would drink too much. You said I was into it. Sure, I like brews, not what's in them. I don't know. You're the one who brought up the topic and started talking about lactating women. I just assumed. Oh, fuck me. I read the fucking pattern wrong. I would drink too much. I would get in trouble. I would drink too much. I would drink too much. I remember weird things, you know. I forget the important things, but I remember the sus stuff. Your brain goes, this is what's most important for me to remember. I need to remember about people talking about warming up boobs for women who will be lactating. Come on, you're not telling me that if you were in a relationship with someone and they were lactating, you wouldn't at least try a little bit? Hmm? 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 Sure, cause I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said fake it till you fake it till you make it, and I did. The bitch smile, even when I wanna die. He loved me for his life, but the life was too short. Hit the floor. As the crowd was chanting more, I was winning, I got winning, I was hitting my marks. Hold up. I messed up somewhere. To be fair, as a kid, I'd say I was trisexual as I give most things a go at least once. I've never heard that before. I've never heard someone use trisexual before. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious, not gonna lie. Okay, I fucked up somewhere along this thing. So we're gonna have to undo this entire row and figure out what we did wrong. Evidence. Not mention it since the mid 80s. I feel like mid 80s is an interesting period of time to be a trisexual. Shit. They said, baby, gotta fake it till you make it. And I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile. Even letters for miles. He loved me all time, but that time was too short. Hit the floor. Shouted as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning, I can win, and I was hit. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we do have the right number of stitches, but maybe I just did the wrong thing in the round. Aside from the local priest. Not that I am so productive. I feel like I'm pretty open to try most things. As long as I'm like in a safe space. As long as the person I'm with isn't a fucking weirdo. You can even do it with a broken heart. You know you could. Oh, speaking from experience, that guy's doing time these days. Yeah. Try everything except a priest. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Jeans, strawberry daydreams. Yourself lucky when you walk on by. I might just... wait, hold up. Okay, now I've got like 2 screens up at the same time, which is nice. So I can control my music and see my pattern at the same time. I can't help but wonder why. I went for the board games, almost got another sword. Oh no. You just let me in. Sitting up for hours, can we talk about how you've been? Sit outside your flowers, let me in. Sitting up for hours, can we talk about how you've been? Okay, and then 2 single crochet. And, no wait. 2 single crochet and 2 increases. Okay, that's right then. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. Won't deny, since then 99% of the people I hang with are female. Also why I'm not a Catholic anymore. Wait, you're not a Catholic because you hang out with lots of female people? Or you're not a Catholic anymore because there was a priest that was diddling people? Set up by your flowers, staying up for hours. Can we talk about how you've been? Flowers. Because you got the R theme from the local priest. Yeah. Lock him up! Let's lock him up. I feel like there should be a lot more priests that should probably be locked up. Flowers, I'm by your flowers. Flowers, I'm buying you flowers. Your flowers, buy you flowers. I said I'll buy you flowers. Okay, we're just... Wait. Ah! Just neuter them before they can take the points. They used to do that in some religions. They definitely used to do that. No turning back. You hid on corners, she hid under beds, gilded with kisses, and from it she fled. Every bubble she sang with a drink, washed it away down the kitchen sink. The dark days are over, the dark days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your brother, run fast for your father. Run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your lung behind. Some places still chop it off for that crime. I mean, I feel like we should always chop it off for that crime. I mean, I'm all for rehabilitation, but, you know, you do bad things, you lose your privileges. All I've ever wanted anything from you except everything you had and what this instance, they're losing their favorite toy. I mean, when I was a kid and I would get in trouble, you know, if you have a toy and you hurt someone with that toy, it is pretty normal for you to lose said toy. You lose your privileges of having that toy. Let's just chop every racist's penis off. They don't have to serve time. Just chop off their penis. They won't be able to do anything else. Dark days are over. Dark days are done. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love in the long behind. Carry it with you if you want to survive. They're over. Okay, wait. Says, but here they come. Dark days are done. Aye, but then some of the weirder ones would be lobbying to use the ladies' bathrooms. But it's so true. Not to minimize trans people's experiences, because being a man and not having a penis does not validate you to use the woman, because you still identify as a man. I mean, a lot of trans men don't have penises. So, but yeah, there would be. There totally would be. Hold up, I'm gonna... No, I didn't think you did. I was just like, but yeah, there would be people. You'd be like, well, trans women cut off their penises and they're able to use the women's bathroom, so why can't we? And it's like, how about you just never go to the toilet ever again? We'll just make all of them wear diapers. That can be their second punishment, is that they have to wear diapers all the time. You have a couple of friends who are transitioning? That's cool. You asked to loan... What do you mean by leggies? Loan their leggies. What does that mean? Hold up, I'm struggling. Maybe hetero, but I don't judge. Like their actual leg? What, to like hump it? You want to hump their leg? Is that what you want to do? Am I understanding you correctly? Is that what you're getting at? You don't mean like a leg is in a penis, can I borrow your penis? But you mean like you want to hump someone's leg, right? Is that what we're saying? Aye, fun distraction. She's busy streaming stuff. I'm a good girl, yeah. A leg is in a shapely leg, yes. A shapely leg? My leg is so shapely. Alrighty, today will not be a long stream because I'll try to do 3 hours. But or a bit over 3 hours. I'll go until about 10 o'clock. But I don't want to like stream like if I didn't have to get up early on Friday morning and I'm currently trying to fix my sleep schedule, I would probably just like stream extra late because I did start late. But I don't want to fuck up my sleeping pattern because I have to get up early. But tomorrow, definitely, I will start earlier. But yeah, I'll stick around for another like half hour. Don't be me. What, staying up super late? Fucking up your sleep schedule? I mean, I can fuck my sleep schedule up once I'm back from going away this weekend. It's just because I'm going with my brother and sister-in-law. Hold up. Let me just have a look at this. Hold up. I'm blue and I'll eat a poopa chicken, a baby bitch. Okay, I think this is the stitch that we're slipping into. Balked sleep for 3 or so years. Balk? Balk, balk. Pump, pump. Pump, 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 pump. Pump, 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 pump. Spent most of last year getting up at 5 a.m. to moderate for a lady in Florida. Oh, that's so nice. That's commitment. Getting up at 5 a.m. Chick baby, poopy, bitchy baby, beep beep. I'm blue and I eat a poopa chicken, a baby, but chick baby, poopy, bitchy baby, beep beep. Four big guys and they bust on my ass. They eat my ass just like apple pie. If they keep fucking me like this, I might just die. They bite my booty till I cry. He lick my dick and the cum stop chicken. Wait. I took a bite of his ass to taste like lemon pepper chicken. Floofy perks. Floofy perks. Oh, I can't seem to English this week. That's okay. I can't human function most of the time anyway, so bang 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 bop 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 bang 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 bop 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 bang bang. You shall not pass. I'm blue and I'll eat a poopa chicken, a baby but chick baby, poopy but ditchy baby. I'm blue and I'll eat the poopa chicken, a baby, but chick baby, poopy, but dippy baby. I'm blue and I'll eat the poopa chicken, a baby, but chick baby, poopy, but baby. Okay, wants us to decrease. Also, I need a stitch marker. Well, yeah, it'd be a totally different scene if Gandalf confronted the Balrog with a stop sign. You think the Balrog would have listened? I just feel like being cunty. Table. Cunty. Like you shall not pass, you're doing... What is C? What is a C? Doing 90C in a 20C area? What is a C? Is that some weird Welsh measurement? Oh yes, we like to measure our speed in C's. Celsius? But Celsius is a temperature. Because the Balgrog is really hot? Is that what? I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, 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 cut. I'm literally slowly. Yeah, the thing was on fire. Okay, that makes more sense. Do you like my subtle attempt at a Welsh accent, by the way? I only gave it a shot because I was watching Sea Dog VA today and he was playing mouthwashing and he gave Swansea a Welsh accent because he's from Swansea. So he gave him like a Swansea accent. And like Sea Dog VA doesn't normally talk with like his, you know, well, whatever accent he probably had when he was growing up. He's like pretty much, he just sounds like generic British now. Some Welsh guys I know. What's the I don't know if you ever watched like Torchwood, but I feel like the chick from Torchwood, iconic Cardiff accent, you know? Insert a Twin Town meme here. Is that a show? Is that like a show where people have really strong Welsh accents? Mm-hmm. Hold up. Half double crochet decrease? Okay, single crochet decrease. Half double crochet decrease. Okay. It's an old it's an old movie. They called Swansea a pretty shitty city. I mean, yeah, from the sounds of it, Swansea isn't like a great city. We have a suburb called Swansea that's not far from where I live. I mean, it's not like good or bad, to be honest. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's pretty quiet. Not many people live there. But you used to work around a quarter of a mile away from where Torchwood was supposed to be based, Cardiff Bay. You bumped into Gwen a few times, like the actress. Yeah, Gwen. That's a name. I wonder if that's a thing. Invisible HDK decrease. The actress whose name escapes you. Yeah, I can't remember. I couldn't even remember the character's name. So okay, I assume you can just do it the same as you do an invisible single crochet decrease, right? It's just supposed to be slightly taller, right? Why? town blue, riots all around you. Paint the town blue, riots all around you. Wah, oh, yeah. Wah, oh, yeah. Wah, oh, yeah. Wah, oh. Eve Miles. I will probably forget that as soon as I get distracted. Wow. Paint the town blue. Riots all around you. But yeah, Torchwood was good. I feel like Doctor Who definitely brought British culture to the world. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, I mean, Billy Piper played, like, you know, Rose was like a chav. And she was like the first, you know, the first one back. I'll forget it as soon as I look off screen. I know. It's like, oh, next time I'll be like, oh, I looked that up. Like, I should know this. I should know this. Eve something. Eve Miles. There we go. I'm your number one, number one, number one. The one, I'm your number one, I'm your number one, Also, oh wait. I enjoyed the first couple of seasons of The New Who, but felt it started to go crap after that. I feel like the Matt Smith era, like, it was all right at the start, and then it kind of went downhill. And then there was all that, like, that in-between stuff. Like, you know, they kind of did, like, a whole season that was, like, a season of specials, and, like, Billy Piper came back and all this other stuff, and that was kind of crap, too. I knew a kid in high school whose surname was Miles. We kept joking and saying he was going to go far. Yeah, okay. You'd hope so. You'd hope you live up to that kind of name. Okay, how many? Okay, that's 4. Is that 4 decreases? It's so hard to see with, like, darker yarn, like the stitches that you've already done. Number one, I'm number one, I'm number one, number one, number one. Okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm so sorry, Charlie XCX, but, like, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna skip this song too. I'm gonna skip this song. I'm gonna skip every song. I'm gonna skip every song. I'm your number one. Wait, I scrolled down too far. Oh yeah, 100% blaming you. I did a few weeks back too. Took the time to sew some dog treats into a toy yesterday. Did I inspire you because of my crochet stuff? Why did you put toy treats into a dog toy? Is it for the dog to get them out, or just so that the dog smells it and, like, plays with the toy? It's my He destroys them. It's more fun for the puff if there's treasure inside. That's cute. That's such a good idea. And I guess the best part is that if he does rip it up, you can put more treats inside and just sew it up again. And he can destroy it again. That's pretty cute. Because, yeah, I know a lot of dogs do destroy their toys quite easily. My sister-in-law has a greyhound. And I made a plushie for my brother. That was like a bird. And they were joking about giving it to Fred. And I was like, oh, no, don't destroy my adorable toy that I made. But I do kind of want to crochet a cute little toy for Fred that he can destroy. I think he would appreciate that for his birthday. Or maybe because greyhounds like have to wear like, you know, like snoods and things to like keep them warm, especially in colder months. I was thinking of like making something for him. Apparently he's doing a big birthday this year because he's turning 10. Heck, the one toy is bird and borderline Franken-monkey, given all the patches from other toys. Frankenstein. Franken-toy. It's a Franken-toy. But that's such a good idea. Like, popping dog toys into a, you know, especially if they're going to destroy them anyway, you might as well make it enjoyable, you know, make it intentional. You're like, oh yeah, I meant for them to destroy that, you know? September, you could give me more. They like to play the silly games. Call my name. Holler at me. Call it for me. Love me at the ungodly hour. Okay, it says to start to insert the wire and stuff. I'm just gonna... Love me at the ungodly hour. Love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Okay. It says insert wire into the two legs. Cut 2 wires, 21 to 22 centimeters. Bend the top of the wire and put them in the 2 legs first. I begin to put the wire when crocheting on round 8 and then stuff fiber fill lightly after. Using tweezers to stuff will be easier. If you don't want to insert the wires for safety, please stuff them tight for the body. Okay. But we are going to put wire in it, so some wire. I'm broke, but I have a lot of thread. May as well keep recycling them. Exactly. You know, if he's just going to tear them apart, there's no point, you know, doing lots of dog toys. You know, like having to buy new dog toys all the time. At what point are we changing? Oh, okay. She's got like, these are like her socks. I like the look of the foot. How cool is that foot looking? I mean, oh wait, if I hold it close, you can see the style a little bit more. It's so cute. That's the bottom. Maybe you should learn to crochet and then you can make tons of dog toys. And also, you know, from more affordable. I mean, it's cheaper to buy a ball of yarn and make something than it is to like buy a whole dog toy. I was thinking of doing that for like cat toys, you know, like dangly cat toys. My cats just like go through them so quickly, especially the wormy ones, the ones that are like really fluffy. I feel like I could crochet those like worms. I've seen patterns for them. We had a white Christmas and it was not snow, it was the stuffing from a toy. What kind of, what breed is your dog? Do you have any photos? Actually, if you have any photos, you should drop them in the Discord because we do have like a pets channel. Speaking of my Discord, I have to change my settings at some point so that you have to accept the rules before you join the Discord. So that'll be coming up at some point, but I need to do it sooner rather than later. Actually, maybe I'll do it now that I remember. Before I forget. Oh, little Dashin. That's so cute. Also, kind of wild. I was expecting it to be a much bigger dog. I was like, oh, destroying stuff. I just assumed that it would be a large dog, you know? Okay, I'm going to snooze this upcoming ad. Because, hey, you. Because I couldn't do it on my phone. I was trying to edit these settings and I couldn't figure out how to do it on my phone. So I need to, I think it's in service settings. And it's in safety. DM and spam protection. Yes. Oh, hold up. Okay, I'll set that up after stream. But I'm glad I got that sorted. Okay. Sadly, I maxed out on Discord. That said, you're welcome to my ID and send you some more VTubers. Yeah. If you just want to DM me, that's fine too. I don't know how to add people though. I'm terrible at Discord. But yeah, just DM me because I'm the same. I know what it's like having like a million Discords. I'm just Steffairy on Discord if that helps. At least I should just be Steffairy on Discord. Take my own advice. Okay, what should our server rules be? On advice. I often just like join Discords, especially like because when I raid someone, I join the people's Discords who I raid because oftentimes they'll be like, oh, what did you make today? And like they want you to post it in the Discord and I don't know how to like direct message people. Okay, you must be over 18. Disable this side, top of your Discord display, hit friends, and then you see a green add friend. Okay, hold up. Add friend, add by username. Hashtag 6117. Wait, so do I have it disabled that people can't add me as friends? Dank, added. Awesome. Or donkey. Is that donkey for thank you? You must be over 18. It's German for thanks. They can't whisper you on Twitch? Huh. I don't know what all these settings are. If I need to fix them, let me know. You must be over 18. Treat everyone with respect. Be welcoming. Don't be a dick. Save. I might add more later, but I'm normally set to not display online. People from a Minecraft Discord keep bugging you about service. Oh, you're an ex-admin. Interesting. I'm just like so dumb on when it comes to DJs. Here we go. Okay. I thought there was a way that you could like add it as like as an emoji, but like that's okay. Okay, that's better. That helps a lot. Because now if I in future have any minors joining my Discord, I can be like, well, the rules say over 18, pretty much. Okay, awesome. You tend to rely on tenor gifs in Discord instead of like emojis. It's not like showing up on the rules page though. Does it need to update? Or will I not be able to see it? Hold up. Forever and ever. Okay, what I will do though in the it should be fine, right? Oh, I got your message. Oh, head paps. Cost less than emotes? Interesting. Alrighty, well, feel free to send me cute dog pics whenever you want. Dog pics are very much permitted. So I am going to read out. Today is just a short stream, mostly just because I started super late. So, lover. You know what? Actually, wait. Ooh. I feel like I don't get the opportunity to raid Ice Squin very often. They are part of the Maker and Crafter community, but they're currently playing Enshrouded. But I feel like they don't often stream later than me, so I never get to like raid them. They usually like, I feel like they stream earlier. Tenor is free. You can just look up what you like. Sure, I'll grab the former pups and cat. Yeah! Yeah! Alrighty, we're going to start the Zilade. And please be nice and friendly to the lovely Esquin. Lover. And I look forward to seeing your cute animal pictures. Okay, let's go. I'll see you all later.